but we are gonna have to figure out what recipes he does.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is a true. He's the ranching lad.
So we'll have to at least make sure that somebody can feed our animals. They're probably somewhat pre-fed, and we can just feed them garbage as well. At least for a session. We just don't want them to starve.
I retain my position of I don't have an animal, so they can die.
Do they even die if they run out of food, or do they just like stop gaining experience or something?
Don't know. I mean, they have a food meter.
They slowly lose 1 experience per minute until they die.
Oh, that would take
So the
forever.
Wait,
They've got like
join prospect.
several tens of thousands of.
Join. Play this game. There we go.
I've got 7 blueprint points, so I can also look into like T3 ranching, because that might just be faster.
Oh no, you don't have a head. Pancake. Where am I?
Don't worry. I've never had a head. I leveled up upon loading in.
Or do we have a mission picked out? We do not. Simple quest. Find cash or go mining.
So I've loaded in the stratosphere. It's beautiful, but I'm worried that I don't know where the ground is. There's a mountaintop over there. If I step forward, will I die? Oh, I can move. Oh.
No wonder we lost Marty.
Nope, now I'm here. I had to take a step forward so it would prepare the geometry for me.
As far as the mission is concerned, the cache the last time gave us like 70 wood, and I was real mad.
Okay, so why don't we do mining?
Yeah,
Because that might also
already
give
have
us
the stuff for it.
Yeah, copper ore. Ooh, let me check. I might have smelted it all.
Worst case scenario, I know we probably haven't been smacking all of the copper in the caves because we've been prioritizing the tier 2 stuff.
One other thing
And
to
we
note is
respawned
that
it like 6 times.
I believe copper. So a lot of these things actually respawn when there's like a meteor shower. Not the rare resources, but like the cheaper stuff.
The
so
coppers and
like
the
iron
coals,
and copper
yeah,
and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least according to some people in
That would
my comment section.
make sense because I'm pretty sure the titanium and stuff didn't come back.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Pod.
Buffalo.
It was broken. No way. What's the I'm brain farting. What's the button? Oh, it's control click. I was trying to do control click and it just was not going. Weird.
How do I walk? There we go.
Eat my flatbread.
Okay, can I repair my pickaxe? I can. So, okay. Who is the one that ended up with the platinum pickaxe after last time?
Not me.
Me.
Okay, good. I was like, oh shoot, did a vac have that?
No, I think me and you, or you and I had the stronger picks. Those are the miney boys.
Yeah, I got the steel pick. Okay. I was just gonna panic if he was the one with it because, oops. Beg a vac, please just hop on for like 2 seconds. We need that pickaxe. You probably would.
We just wouldn't focus on smacking tier 2 rocks. We just do some other stuff.
Buffalo
True.
just left its child out here to die.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
There you worm.
I didn't mean to do that.
So, I was gonna say we do need more iron. I know it's been the story of our lives, but we absolutely need even more iron. Because we've turned most of it into steel. On the plus side, I think I might be able to make... Oh, wait, no, I can't make steel tools. And we probably shouldn't make any more steel tools either.
I don't think we were going to. I think that was the reason we just skipped right to platinum.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Hey, I'm finally level 20. I can access the third tree.
So, if you guys do want to help me out a little bit, the new building is not done, but it's done enough. So what we can do is actually move a lot of stuff from the original house over, and then I can also start working on converting the original house back.
Are we just gonna have
converting it to stone?
Are we just gonna have like a room that's? Now that was stealthy. He was looking at me. That's just all like the big cupboards and
Crafty. Yeah,
I just meant for storage. Yeah.
Oh, for storage. That's a good point. I should work on that.
Yeah, we'll need to figure that out before we move.
All you
wish
need
we
is
could
one
just
extra
move
cupboard.
The set ones, but I am.
Because if you make an empty cupboard, and then you just belt feed a full cupboard to the empty cupboard, then a full cupboard to an empty cupboard, then a full cupboard to an empty cupboard.
Yeah. I think what I will probably do is just have a row of cupboards going down the center of this room. Though, I guess, you know what?
I really wanted
Maybe
to
I'm
say
wrong.
I'd have a row of cupboards going from house to house.
Just
If only
peasant
some
railgun.
Hopper system.
Just some satisfactory curseness, just like, hey, walk on our cupboards.
Oh, or the Zomboid classic of setting up a wall next to a crate. Extra protection. Is that still going to work in the new update, or are they going to patch that?
Well, I mean, we don't really know the implications yet of zombie world destruction, but given the fact that they're going to be able to tear their way through aluminum fences, I imagine barricades are not going to stand too much of a chance.
Well, usually
with larger hordes.
Yeah, usually they can break the wooden barricades, but I thought there was something about putting like a half or not a is it like a fence next to a storage crate or something that zombies won't break it because of how their AI works. I don't remember the exact.
Yeah. You could also put like a table, like a half table or an end table in front of a window, and it would just like prevent anything from happening. But I believe that one actually got patched out ages ago. I ran past the pod.
No.
Curse my pigeon brain. Yeah, totally was not stealthed, but thank you, Chamois, for surrendering yourself to Satan.
Yeah, I loaded in and immediately just killed like 10 animals. This is just how it goes.
What?
Very American.
Danger. 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 Hunter, did you watch the Game Awards?
I did not.
Very good presentation this year.
Actually good this year?
Very,
I
very
kind of
good.
just shied away because I had other things to do, and I was just like, I don't know. I can get the Cliff Notes. What I want to watch is the Game Awards for people who cannot afford the Game Awards. It was a kind of meme show in response to the Game Awards being kind of expensive and hard to get to. So it's just like a bunch of trailers, and that sounds great.
So chubby. Kill the rabbit while encumbered.
I did hear there was a lot of like really good crowd pleasers for like announcements, so like Onimusha and Okami 2. Are both of those Capcom?
Dude, Capcom just they were hitting dingers the whole night. They didn't stop.
Yeah, Capcom's been on a roll for the last
They've been
time.
on a roll. They've been on a roll for about 6 years now. But like it's all been in franchise. It's all been first party. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so like to bring back like Virtua Fighter and to see. To even see like news of Okami was just like unexpected, highly unexpected.
So I don't want to say I kind of predicted it, but the moment Kamiya left Platinum, I was just like, oh, he's probably reforming Clover or retiring. It's like one or the other.
And then Ueda's new game, Like, that was kind of a shocker. Because, like, the trailer opened up with, like, some glitchy ass, like, robot cyberpunk voice, and people were like, huh, what is this? And then it said, you know, from the team that brought you Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and we're like, oh, wait, it's a new project. Okay, so we knew he was working on something for, like, the last 10 years, but did not expect, you know, mechas. Very Neon Genesis mecha-ish.
I don't think I've seen that one yet. I'll have to take a look.
Ooh. It's Ueda. It's not gonna be what the trailer shows. It's gonna be some form of wacky.
As long as
gonna
they
be a
don't
moon
spend
creature.
like a decade on critter physics, I'm fine.
No, they'll spend a decade on mech physics. Make sure the cables look good.
Does it have the correct wobble as it moves?
Robotic jiggle physics. And then, you know, as is the case with everything, Twitter and just Reddit and, you know, our lovely community of sheltered gamers ranting and raving about all of the female leads that were in the presentation. Ooh, Siri doesn't look like Siri. Blee. And I'm just like, okay. And then it's just like,
Yeah.
My favorite comment I saw was, "Oh my god, the Cyberpunk devs are making a medieval game," and I was just like, brother,
Those hurt.
where have you been?
Some people
Are you
really are like
5?
that though. Like when I was younger, like just starting, well, actually not that much younger. It was like after Hades had gotten big, like when it really took off on social media. I was talking to my brother, and he was talking to one of his friends about, like, you know, big new releases of the year, and one of his friends was like, yeah, you know, like, I'm really big into gaming. I know all the, like, cool latest releases, and my brother's like, oh, cool, I can talk to him about Hades, because he'd been watching me and Rito play it, and the guy had never heard of Hades before. And, like, for some people, just that lack of object permanence and history very much is just coded into them.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's also, like, so many people have, it's not even proper, like, main character syndrome necessarily, but it's more just ignorance in general of the entire sphere. It's the same people that are like, I only played one of the games on the Game Awards list, but how did it not win over all the other titles that I've never played? There are so many of those.
I wrote this acceptance speech 2 years ago.
I would say the large majority was happy with the award selections, but the vocal minority definitely made everybody aware that they existed.
I put out a video on Balatro after the nominations had gone out, just because I literally never uploaded it, and it was just sitting around in my like, I should upload this list. And I caught those people by putting that video out, and I was like, oh, these people are really unhinged about Balatro. Because they were like, no, this is an affront to gaming. I'm like, no, what?
And I'm just playing a card game. Can't you just let me play the card game?
Yeah, it's a good card game. What are you doing?
Just like go be yourself in a room by yourself where humanity doesn't need you.
I mean, my long-lasting assumption is most of them don't actually play a whole lot of these games. They're just mad for the sake of being mad.
I think it's just the curse of anonymity. And that has been our unfortunate state on the internet for the longest time now, is you spend long enough time getting away with being able to say whatever you want with no consequences, it ruins your brain.
Nope. I remember, I think it was last year, I saw somebody talking about how Twitter was their aggression space. I'm like, yeah, this is why things are bad.
Yeah.
And they were like very angry about it.
No.
Being their right to keep it as an aggression space. It's like, oh.
It just tried to skin a wolf underwater. And it, like,
and?
the current moved me along
Abandoned.
slightly mid-animation, and it made me drink the water instead, so now I have dysentery.
Attempted to skin wolf, got dysentery.
Yeah, I guess while I was skinning it, I had my mouth open, which I should really stop doing, just in general while dealing with dead animals.
Okay.
I will breathe in the wolf. All right, tier 3 tech tree. So you have to unlock the machining bench to access everything else.
Yep. So we already have.
And you have to
We already
unlock
have
the
one of
cement
those,
mixer
but
to
yeah,
unlock
you still
everything
have to get
else.
the blueprint, which is a little silly, but I guess
I don't
it
like
makes
that
sense.
at all.
I guess it kind of makes sense though,
I
because
get
you're
it.
helpless without it. But
I get it, but you should just have it for free then.
yeah, yeah. If
I'm not
something is ever
for-
mandatory, there's
Yes.
no point in making a player pay for it.
You speak in you're preaching my language, and this has been my PoE brain rot over the past few days. Is that they've
Got some questionable decisions that you're hoping they patch out before actual launch.
see the problem. I'm not gonna rant. I don't want to rant because like it's early access and like a lot of the issues are already being resolved. But it's frustrating because the game is so good and it's from a developer that I know knows better. But there's so many really brain dead decisions in the second game that feel like they didn't need to be there. And then there's a lot of like lesson learning that wasn't learned from the first game, even though like they made the distinctive decision to separate PoE 1 and PoE 2 4 years ago instead of having them both be the same game but just different leagues. They separated them so that PoE 2 could be its own individual identity. But there's still so much PoE 1 nonsense, especially in the late game and end game, where it tragically just the beautiful scaffolding that the campaign sets up falls completely apart. And it's rather disappointing, like on-death effects that are just, the visual clarity doesn't allow you to see. All the one-shots, balancing is just completely atrocious, which, again, that's one that I don't like ranting on, because, like, knew it was going to be imbalanced. It's just how it works in a game like this without a lot of testing. But it's just, I close the game every time asking myself if I had fun, and 99% of the time, and that's if the game didn't crash and I just didn't open it up. When I actually close it myself, I ask myself if I'm having fun, and the majority of the time I say no. And then I come back because I'm biased and I love the property and I want to convince myself that it's good. And then I once again end up an hour and a half later not having fun, closing it and saying, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Which I never really had with PoE 1, and I think that's just from the fact that as complicated as PoE 1 is, once you surrender yourself to it and see the matrix, and you've gotten beyond the veil that is the complexity, it's just it's a masterpiece. But getting over those hurdles takes 400 hours. And I'm sure PoE 2 will get there eventually, but they delayed the game for like months and months and months to smooth out the end game, and it really is kind of disastrous, fortunately. Campaign, spectacular. I would say for $30 early access, the campaign 1,000,000,000% worth the $30 early access price. The campaign is insanely, and it's not even fully done yet. It's, you do the first 3 acts twice, but it's still so good. And it's like 30, 40 hours if you're taking your time and you don't know the game that well. So like, for its price point, would recommend, but give the end game time to cook.
Okay. I don't usually do end games anymore. I used to, but like, I don't know. There's only so much of that in what was the game? don't know why I forgot Diablo 2. I was just sitting there thinking Bale over and over again. It's like, well, I mean, it's not wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I played a lot of endgame Diablo 2, and after that, just endgame action RPGs. I lose a lot of it. I think it just doesn't have the meat to hold it together in the same way. At that point, I'd rather play a roguelike.
I think you are not. This is not meant as a slight.
I'm also not the target audience.
I was going to say, you are not the person that spending 500 hours grinding a map for endgame bosses. You're not the one that they're targeting for it.
No. I very much accept that. I'm not going to like demand a game change to fit. I'm not going to demand an action RPG change to fit my bill. They already did. Yeah. They already fit exactly what I want. I don't care.
For me, on the other hand, somebody who is single game focused, and as long as I'm having fun and enjoying the game, I will spend weeks and weeks and weeks not opening anything else and just no-lifing that one game. ARPGs are right up my alley. Unfortunately, the end game is a massive part of that, because if that's not there, Last Epoch, talking to you, talking to everything else, Wolson, talking to you, talking to every other RPG that launches with a weak end game, you know, if your campaign's great, that's fine, but that's still only 30 or so hours. The end game's not there. That's like me and Madi. How many hundreds, if not thousands of hours of Tarkov do we grind away just no-lifing that game because, you know, that's the gameplay loop we enjoy. That's why I used to like roguelites. Is because it was a thing that I could just no brain. I could turn my brain off and just endlessly grind, but what am I unlocking?
I also don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
One thing we're going to need is a water trough. I don't know if Avak made one.
I thought he did. I mean, he was the pet guy.
It's the pet guy.
He was the pet guy.
Yeah, he's got feeding troughs. Yeah, he's got a bunch of food. Oh, wait, no. Okay, good. He does have a water trough. So as long as we keep that topped off, we do not need to worry about our critters.
Hello, Woodsy.
No idea how far up to aim from that far away. Oh.
We can make a whole ass windmill.
Nice. Oh well.
I refuse to believe that a windmill only takes 20 or 50 wood.
It's just a very small windmill.
You can't be a small windmill. That's like a wind vane.
I had a smallish windmill specifically for my grandfather's like farm for the well. I don't know what it was like supposed to do there because it was long like defunct.
Yeah, that kind of just you kind of froze me there. What is a windmill for a well?
I think it was like it would pump the water automatically for you, so you wouldn't have to like.
Yeah. Wind powered water pumping.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We love pneumatics. Did you finish the campaign yet? You were asking about the time travel stuff, so I'm wondering.
So
you've got to be close.
Technically, I finished it on one of my alternate characters. I have not finished it on my boy I started with. I didn't realize I was as close as I was to finishing it. I basically have like the canal waterways and then the filth land.
Are you're in cruel difficulty? So you're actually like almost done?
Well, I just started cruel on one of my other characters because I have 3 now because I'm just I guess built like that.
So your farthest character's just starting cruel?
Yes.
Oh, you're nowhere near that. Okay, we're good.
Oh, I'm nowhere near the end game.
Yeah.
How are you still alive?
Cave scanner.
Do I not need to aim above? Oh, I don't need to aim above.
Man, it's so expensive, but that sounds so useful.
Yeah, I think it really does tell you exactly where caves are.
It's so expensive. Flamethrower.
Real animal over there. It was.
Ghost animal.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. At long distances, they're just like slightly different colored tan blobs.
Yeah, for people just tuning in, Evac is sick.
Yeah.
Makes me fondly remember Play-Doh Labs. Rest in peace, Cycle.
And see, that game would be so much fun even if it was just like private servers. You could like crank up the difficulty of the beasts and make it a survival PvE.
I really enjoyed playing that without the PvP sections. Like every once in a while, just wouldn't see a person for a round up until the very end, and it's like, yeah, this is kind of actual fun.
I mean, there's more options for that now. I mean, a lot of extraction games are coming to terms with the fact that like both communities can exist. I mean, Tarkov's solo mode, even though Nikita hates it and wants it to not exist, it is a thing. Zero Sievert is amazing, very, very good for a single player like Stalker Tarkov like.
There's a dog somewhere in these bushes.
There's a dog in my boot.
Where's the dog?
Woof.
Do I have to... Oh, you know what? It's time to pull up all of the bushes.
My feet are howling, more like.
Found it.
Using the power of smoke. Wayfarer head armor.
Oh yeah, I'm making a bunch of cured leather so that I can get everybody the upgraded armor sets. Or, wait, did I already do that? No.
Platinum wove.
No, I did not.
How do you make platinum weave?
I'm guessing it's the tier 2 textiles bench, but we do not have the tier 2 textiles bench yet.
It's... I can't right click on it.
So...
Advanced textiles bench. Let me click on it.
Let's see. Where is it? I thought it was in tier 3.
It is in tier 3. It's advanced textiles bench, but it doesn't have it doesn't have the thing listed.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say it.
Then again,
Well, no, because some of them come like with
default
the bench.
with recipes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking for. That's why I want to right click on it, but the game's UI doesn't let me right click on it. I want to go to the fielding guide or whatever it's called.
How don't I even see? Oh, there's the advanced textiles bench. I did buy that already. So it's iron, steel screw, wood, epoxy, and rope. We might actually have all that stuff, except we're out of iron, aren't we?
Yeah.
Shoot. So I guess we do need a cave scanner.
I mean, I can also just get cheeky and find another one.
We didn't mind the iron.
It was all...
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Good old
Ranching
Billy the
station.
Kid.
He killed many people.
Mm.
There's
The original murder hobo.
iron ingot. I mean, that's like 99% of that era of American history.
Yeah.
It's just everybody was playing their own little party of murder.